beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm so glad you chose to be here. And just take a few moments to prop your hips up if that supports you, to come down into a seated arrangement. And in your own way, just kind of snuggling into the sweetness, the sweet spot of this moment, this breath. And when you're ready, you can close your eyes. So we turn away from the superficial world, from the world that we create, to the world that lives within us, that eternal space within us. Just allowing yourself a few cycles of breath to surrender and let go, to release and allow. So those things that we hold on to so tightly, our ideas, our beliefs, our identities, our roles, can we begin to, just for this hour, surrender and let that go, that we might fall more deeply into our inherent true nature, presence. And there's the movement of life as your breath. There's the sensations of the form, communicating and expressing. There's the movement of thoughts, all of this being energy moving. And allow yourself maybe one or two of those that I love in class, noisy exhales, just letting your shoulders drop, allowing yourself to deeply relax into yourself. And then we, with awareness, find our own inherent architecture, finding the spine long, chin parallel to the floor, sides of the neck extended, shoulder bones, shoulder blades sliding onto the back body, that there's this broadness and openness, this willingness to surrender and let go. Allowing our heart space to open. And now I invite you to bring your breath into your heart space. So can you breathe in and out of the center of your chest? Just inviting our heart to open and soften. That we begin to draw the energy out of the mind and the head, coming into the heart and letting that soul wisdom become present for us. One more breath. Hands come together, Anjali Mudra. This sacred space, a gesture of reverence and gratitude for the space within and the space all around. And just know that wherever you are on holy and sacred ground, in your practice and out of your practice. Off the mat. One more breath. We inhale, the arms straight up and overhead, and rotate through the wrists, through the fingers. And so we feel that rootedness through the pelvis and that lifting energy through the arms. One more breath. We'll let the left arm float down and we'll drop over to the left, rooted and planted through the right hip. Inhale to center. Exhale, right arm floats down. We drop over to the right. Inhale through center. We'll do it all again. Exhale, we drop over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, we'll come over to the right. Inhale to center. You're going to exhale, let your left hand come down, and your right hand is slowly going to make its way over to the left also. Maybe fingertips come to the floor, maybe the palm comes to the floor, and look out over your left shoulder and just let that breath come up the back body. Breathing, squeezing, scrubbing. Always listening to if this is a good and right arrangement for you and adjusting accordingly. A few more cycles of breath, really squeezing the belly button towards the spine. You may even feel the pelvic floor lift. One more. And then we'll inhale the arms back to center. Exhale, right arm floats down. Slowly that left hand will float down also. Looking out over the right shoulder. And just noticing those parts of the body that maybe you're not wanting to participate this morning. We make room for that also. Noticing sensations, seeming unavailability or restriction, and it's all good. As awareness, there's room for everything. Life is meant to be full of contrast. A few more cycles of breath. One more. And we'll inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Hands float down to the floor and begin to walk your hands forward, staying long through the spine, hinging at the hip, not trying to get your head anywhere. Really feel that lengthening through the low back, picking up the belly as you come forward. Just allowing yourself to descend to and towards the earth, and then let your head drop heavy towards the floor. And breathe into the back body. One more. And then we'll slide the hands back, rolling yourself back up. And just take a moment to sit in the space that's been revealed. It's not even like it gets created. It's there. We are that already. We just are turning our attention inward to find that. One more breath. And release. So from here, we'll transition up onto hands and knees. Let your hands be just a little bit further forward of your shoulders than we normally do, and maybe the knees just a little bit wider. And we're going to drop the belly, letting the tailbone and the crown of the head reach towards the ceiling, and then we take the hips side to side. Just a little range of movement side to side. There's the breath in the midst of it all. And then we'll stop at center. And then we're going to tuck the tailbone, chin reaches towards the chest, and then I invite you to walk your fingertips back. Keep tucking, keep finding your cat spine, and you'll feel it more in your upper back, walking the fingertips back. And then release, hands come back down to the mat, belly drops, tailbone, crown of the head high, and hips rock side to side. And we breathe in the midst of it all. And then we come back to center, tailbone tucks, chin towards the chest, and again, walk your fingertips back towards your legs. Feeling the back body, like your upper back, the upper thoracic reaching towards the ceiling. Any kind of little bit side to side that feels good. And then release. Coming back into our table. Adjust your knees back into hip distance apart, and we'll extend the right leg back behind us. We're going to bend the right knee, so don't let the right thigh drop, and then we gently pulse the right foot up towards the ceiling. A little bit more. And then pause, and we inhale, lift the head, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. Keep that knee bent as you lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back with the foot up towards the ceiling, and then we make a big circle. Make a big circle with the right knee, saying, well, good morning, hip. And then we'll circle in the other direction. Starting to get a little hard. And then we pause, extend that right leg long, and extend the left arm. Palm faces the center line. Keep lifting the belly of the hamstring of that right leg. Right foot's gently flexed. 1 more breath. And release. Come down onto your forearms. Rotate through the wrists, the palms, the fingers. And then just pause, let your head be heavy, crown of the head towards the floor, and just feel the difference between your right hip and your left hip. How quickly the body responds, and we give thanks. Curl your toes, tailbone high. Finding your dolphin pose, walk your feet a little bit closer towards your arms. Elbows press into the floor. Crown of the head down towards the earth. Move and walk in any way that feels good in you, for you. One more breath. Knees come down to the floor. Release. We'll come back up into our table. Fingers spread wide, and then we extend the left leg back behind us. Bend the left knee. Don't drop the thigh, and we begin to press the left foot towards the ceiling. And then we pause, and we inhale, lift the head, lift the foot. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. That left knee stays bent. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And then we'll come back up, left foot towards the ceiling, and we make a big circle with the left knee. And then we'll go in the other direction. Usually the other direction is more awkward. It is in this body. And then we pause, we extend the left leg long, left hip point towards the floor. If it's available, release that right arm out on your 2-legged table. And breathe. 1 more breath. And release. Everything comes down, forearms again. Rotate through the wrists. And then release. We'll press ourselves up, and we're going to bring our shoulders up over our hips, coming to stand up on your knees. Take your knees just a wee bit wider than hip distance apart. Hands to the waist, and drop the hips over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, press the hips over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, hips to the left. Inhale, exhale, hips to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the hands back behind you. So see if you can get the heels of your palms together. Thumbs slide the back of the pelvis. Shoulder blades go reach towards one another. But see if you can avoid coming into a rib thrust. Keep lengthening the tailbone down towards the floor. And just breathe into that opening through the fronts of the shoulders. Again, keeping the heels of the palms together if that's possible. A little lengthening through each side of the neck. And then just sit in stillness. So in this, you can realize that stillness is indeed a state of mind, not a physical experience, because you can be really quiet and still, and the body's moving quite a bit. One more breath. Keeping the arms right where they are, we're going to begin to lower the hips. Lower the hips down, down, down. Front body meets the thighs. Crown of the head comes down towards the floor. Lift the hips. Arms come up off the back body. See if you can keep the heels of your palms together, and if there's any movement through the shoulders that's available to you. Please be very respective. One more time, one more big full breath. And then we come back to center, hips come down, slowly the arms lower down. Soften the elbows and let your arms be really heavy by your side. And again, breathe into your heart. See if you can breathe into your heart, both the front of it and the back of it. One more. Letting the hands come underneath the fronts of the shoulders. We press ourselves up. We come forward enough just to curl the toes so that we can come up onto the balls of the feet. Arms are on the outside of the legs. Heels reach down towards the floor. Front body and thighs having a moment. And just feel that lengthening through the calves. Anywhere else it might present, this might be tender for your knees. You can let your head be heavy. Keeping your hands to the floor, we take the hips high. Let the heels come down. And we'll keep soft knees for a moment. I want you to get really sturdy through the soles of your feet, finding that foundation. And let the crown of the head drop down towards the floor and find a gentle, really gentle ragdoll. Just can you let go even more? Maybe hold on to the opposite elbow and breathe. It's real easy to pitch forward in this, so just make sure you keep weight in your heels. One more. I'm so grateful for that ledge your knees provide. Hands come to the top of the knees and slowly bring yourself up. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, arms float down. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. One more time. And so notice you have been standing a bunch already today, and just how delicious it is to be standing and present and available in and for this moment. The sharpness of the contrast of inside and outside maybe has diminished some. Present to the soles of the feet, the sturdiness of the ankles, not locked out through the knees, heaviness of the pelvis over the knees, the spine through the torso, broadness through the collarbones. Feel your shoulder blades on the back body. Feel the sides of your neck long, jaws relaxed, tongue is heavy, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. So we're this instrument, this channel that life moves through. And may it be that we bring heaven to earth. Heaven being a state of mind, an intention. May we bring peace to earth, compassion, kindness, well-being. May we be an expression of that others recognize that it lives within them also. One more breath. So keeping yourself right where you are, I invite you to begin to rock backwards and forwards on the feet, just rocking into the heels, onto the balls of the feet. Just coming into that sensation. Just feeling yourself rooted and grounded. One more time. And then we'll bend the knees, bring the hands down to the knees and make a circle through the knees, maybe hearing some Rice Krispie treats as you do. And then we'll go in the other direction. Maybe feel that up into the hips also. And then we'll come back to center. So your hands are on the tops of your knees, really leaning on your knees. And then I want you to straighten the left leg. So you're leaning more heavily now on the right, of course. And just feel that lengthening through the back of the left leg. And then soften the left and we'll straighten the right. So with each exhale, you can pick up the belly, draw the belly button towards the spine. One more breath. And then soften into both knees, lift the chin and the tailbone. Exhale, scoop the spine, belly button reaches high. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, chin towards the chest. Keep going. Just awakening your own spine, finding suppleness, getting into nooks and crannies. 2 more times. And then we come back to where we started. Belly button's going to lift you up. Inhale, the arms up, up, up. Can you get really tall? Exhale, arms reach towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades slide down the back body. So we felt this. We were in this arrangement through the upper body, seated. So just notice what it feels like to be doing this in your Tadasana. And breathe. One more. Turn the right palm towards the ceiling, left hand to the right wrist. Inhale, we get tall. Exhale, we drop over to the left. Inhale to center, switch. Exhale, just move through the waist. See if you can stay stationary through the pelvis. We'll do it again. Inhale through center, switch wrists. Now I want you to press into your big toes as you drop over to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to center. Exhale, arms float down. Clasp the hands, turn the palms away, chin down towards the chest. Reaching the palms towards the floor as you rock your head side to side. Keep feeling your feet, don't lock out your knees. And then we'll pause and we inhale, lift the hands up and overhead, let your gaze follow the back of your hands, a little bit soft through the elbows. Now stick your tongue out, flip-flop it side to side. Open your eyes wide, draw your lips over your teeth. Imagine you smell something bad. Take your jaw side to side. Take your chin towards the ceiling. One more breath. And then return your gaze to the horizon. We inhale, get tall. Exhale, we'll twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale to center. Exhale, soft knees. Sit back, and then we're going to bring the hands straight out in front. Pick up the belly. So we're finding our Utkatasana, lowering the hips, lowering the hips. So feel your breath come up. Body and breath relating to one another. The breath saying, okay, I'm here for you. Come into your Ujjayi breath. Generate some heat. 2 more. And release, standing forward bend. Release the crown of the head down towards the floor. Plant your hands. Step the right foot back nice and long, finding a lunge. Dropping the hips down towards the floor, left knee stacked over the left heel. Inhale, left arm up and overhead. Don't lose that right leg. If this is too much for your left shoulder, bring the forearm to the back body, spiraling the chest. That left chest towards the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. That right knee is going to come down. Inhale, right arm up. Too much on your shoulder, forearm comes to the back body. One more breath. And release. Both hands come down to the floor, those right toes are curled, and we inhale, lift the arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to the back of the head. Lift the heart, elbows wide. One more breath. Hands come down to the floor. Lift the right knee, straighten the left leg. We hinge down over that left leg, finding a pyramid. Feel the length through the back of the right leg. Right heel reaches towards the floor. One more breath. We'll bend into the left knee, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. And walk your dog. So everybody, as you're here, I've been playing with this a little bit, is I want you to look up and see if the creases of your elbows, the inner creases, are facing one another. And make that adjustment. One more breath. Step that left foot forward just a little bit, and we inhale, sweep the right foot nice and high. Exhale, right foot comes as far up the mat as you can get it. And let the left foot meet it. Standing forward bend. Let everything go. Let it all go. One more breath. Hands plant to the floor. We step the left foot back nice and long. Finding a lunge on the other side. Right knee stacks right over the heel. And just let the pelvis drop towards the floor, meeting your edge through that lengthening of that left psoas, left hip flexor. And just make sure that right foot is stacked really well. Left hand under left shoulder. Inhale, right arm up. So you feel your energy body beginning to wake in, maybe some quivering or some real aliveness taking place. One more breath. Right hand comes down, left knee comes down, right hand to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, left arm up. Take care of your shoulders here. One more breath. And release. Left hand comes down. Both hands on either side, left toes curled. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the back of the head, elbows wide. Lift your heart towards the sky, towards the ceiling. One more breath. Hands come down. Hips high, straighten through that right leg, finding a pyramid pose on this side. Hinging down over that extended right leg, dropping the crown of the head. One more. We'll bend into the right knee. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Any movement that's spontaneous and yummy. Tailbone's nice and high towards the ceiling. Creases of your elbows face one another. And we'll step the right foot forward just a wee bit. And we inhale, lift the left leg nice and high. Exhale to the top of the mat. Right foot meets it. Standing forward bend. Let it all go. Shake your head no. And then belly button's going to lift you up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale hands to the heart. And feel. One more breath. We're going to lift the right heel off the mat, come really high up onto that ball of the right foot. Feel your sturdiness through the left leg. Rotate through the ball of the right foot. That movement comes all the way up into the right hip. And then we'll go in the other direction. And then we'll pause, coming back to center. So you're really sturdy in that left leg as we lift the right knee towards the ceiling. Focus your eyes. And then we're going to straighten the right leg. Beautiful. We inhale, bend and lift the right knee high. Exhale, release that back down to the earth. And feel. So not a lot of extra movement, just really present. Focus, not a lot of extra effort here in this summertime season. Rooted on your right leg, you lift the left heel high. And we just send a thanks to that right leg and right hip as you begin to rotate through the ball of the left foot. So how much you get in there is up to you. It's your practice. Can you feel your left hip rotating? Where does it begin? Go in the other direction. And the next time you come through center, pause. There's that right leg supporting you as you inhale, lift the left knee high. Inhale and exhale, extend the left foot out in front. Inhale, bend and lift. Exhale, release back down to the floor. Let your arms float down by your side and gently bounce. Soft knees. Feel your arms getting longer and just gently bounce. Let everything go. A little bit more. You can be noisy. One more big full breath. And then come back to center and feel. Lightness and brightness, ease and grace. Take the feet a little bit wider, hips rock side to side, arms are heavy, empty coat sleeves. Wringing yourself out. So you can go into this as deeply as you'd like. Make sure that opposite heel lifts off the floor, gentle on your knees. Just a little bit more. And then we'll slowly come back to center and feel. Make sure you're good and sturdy on the mat. If you need to turn sideways, we're going to take the feet a little bit wider. Toes turn towards the side of the mat. Left hand to the left leg. We'll inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, slide down the left leg. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale. Inhale, pick up the pelvic floor. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, so we're going to stay here. We're going to stay here. Find your edge. Find your breath. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, right arm floats down. Feel. I trust you're doing the same thing. Right hand to the right leg. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, we slide down the right leg. Inhale, we come up. Exhale. Inhale, pick up the pelvic floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to stay here and breathe. Notice if that left arm has come forward. One more breath. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we come down. Full cycle of breath. Turn the toes out. Bend into the knees. Hands come down on top of the knees. Dropping the pelvis down towards the floor. Maybe take your feet a little bit wider and gently rock side to side. Really leaning into your knees. Let your arms be strong into your knees and legs. Big full breaths. One more time to each side. And then we'll come to center. Turn the toes forward. Knees come in a little bit and we hinge down. Straight legs. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Let it all go. You can actually walk your hands back between your legs if that's available in you. Keep weight in the heels. One more breath. And then we're going to walk the hands over towards the left knee. Nose comes over towards the left knee. If you need to bend into that left knee, if that makes it a little more accessible for you, please do so. And then we'll walk through center. Bring the nose and the hands over towards the right knee. One more breath. And then we'll come back to center. We're going to walk the hands forward. Keep the hands really close to one another. It's like you're in a wide-legged downward facing dog. Dropping the heart down towards the earth. Drop the crown of the head. One more. And then we're going to walk the hands forward even more, like we're just coming into a plank. So hands stay close together, but let some weight come into your arms. So you're almost on the balls of the feet here, really relying on your arms. And again, the creases of your elbows face one another. One more breath. Then we press ourselves back, come onto the soles of the feet. Hands come to the waist. We inhale, long spine, come up. Heart lifts. Exhale, hinge and come down. Keep the hands at the waist. Inhale, we lift up. Heart lifts. Exhale, we come down. Crown of the head towards the floor. One more time. Inhale, we lift. Heart lifts, little bitty back bend. Exhale, we come down. Release your fingers around the inside of the big toes, first two fingers, and then you draw the crown of the head down towards the floor. Relax through the torso. Then we'll inhale, lift. Heart looks forward, exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, long spine, we come all the way up. Exhale, heel toe your feet a little bit closer together, but not together. So stay with the feet wide. We're gonna clasp the hands, turn the palms away. Inhale, the arms up and overhead. Make sure you're not locked out through your knees. So arms, palms are up towards the ceiling. And we're gonna twist to the right, and then we're gonna make a big circle with our hands and arms. So big sweeping circle. If you need to bend into your knees for this, please do so. Big sweeping circle, heading towards the right side. And then when you're at the top, we pause. We'll do that 3 times each side. So then we turn towards the left and we go in the other direction. 1, feel the sturdiness of the feet. 2, 1 more. 3. And when you're complete, coming back to center, arms float down, shoulders forward, up, back, down. 1 more. Then bring the feet back into hip distance apart and stand in your gloriousness, stand as your gloriousness. And even feel the delight, the smile on your heart at the suggestion, the statement of truth, your gloriousness. I am that. So everything you see, I am that. It all lives within us, my friends. 1 more breath. We're so much more than our 5 senses. Yoga allows us access to that awareness that is resident within us already. Love everything. Love it all. Hatred, fear is too painful. We're in the midst of an awakening out of fear. Pretty uncomfortable. We've been living this way for so long. But there's something within us birthing. Can you feel it? 1 more breath. So I invite you to just hinge and come down so that you can plant your hands, and we'll step back into a downward facing dog 1 more time. And just writhe and move. You've got some suppleness. All the joints are nice and warm, filled with fluid. So just move any way that feels good in, for, as you. Then we'll inhale, come to plank. Exhale, knees come down, lower the whole body down to the floor. Find your pubic bone rooted and planted, length through the low back. Those toes reach towards the bottom of the mat. Arms are straight out in front, keeping that length through the low back. We inhale the right arm, left leg, head lifts. Exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times each side with the breath. When you're complete, hands slide back, breast level. Press yourself up through table, back into child. So this is a counter stretch. So breathe into your low back. Maybe gently rock side to side. And then come to stillness. One more. And then release. We're going to bring ourselves back down onto our bellies. And then I'm going to invite you to bend your knees. So get that pubic bone. You should maybe even feel your hip points rooting down into the floor. Bend your knees, and then your hands are going to come back to the front of the ankles, if that's available to you. If it's not, you can just keep the knees bent. So for some of us, this is plenty. This is enough going on. For others, we can lift the head and the heart. Can you roll the shoulder blades onto the back body? Can you keep those knees close together? And again, this might be your edge. And then for others, we can lift the thighs. Heels reach, soles of the feet reach towards the ceiling. Look the heart forward, and then maybe you breathe and you become like a rocking horse. Respect where you are. Respect what you have. One more breath. And we let everything go. Let it all come back down. Bring one ear down to the floor. Down to your stacked hands, and just feel what's going on through the back body. As awareness, you delight in it. And then bring your other ear down. One more breath. Head comes back to center, hands come breast level. Again, press yourself back into child. This time we shift the hips to the left as the hands walk over to the right. Let the crown of the head or the forehead drop down towards the floor. Breathe into that long lengthened left side. One more. And then hands walk through center, hips shift right, hands come left. Big, full, cleansing breaths. Just be in this moment. Feel. Coming back to center. Hands slide underneath the fronts of the shoulders. Lift the upper body up. So knees are stacked and hip distance apart. And I want you to just drop the left buttock cheek over to the left. Sit up nice and straight. We haven't gotten into the hips yet. Now we will. Just let it all go. See if you can avoid having your hands down to the floor. One more breath. Hands come down, hips come through center. Exhale, hips, the right buttock cheek over to the right. And we sit up straight here. One more. And then however you need to get your feet out in front, do so. And we're going to extend the right leg long. Let this left knee be bent. Not so much that it's up towards the heel, but just a nice bend in that. Then we're going to bend the right knee, bring the hands down to the bottom of the right foot, and lift the right foot up. Straightening through that right leg if that's available to you. Now notice what's going on through the belly and torso, and just feel the stability that that left foot is offering you, that lengthening that is occurring. You're not making lengthening happen. Deb, if this is too much, babe, just keep that right knee bent. Don't get all contorted. We want to keep the heart lifted. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful. One more breath. Then we're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot, and we inhale the right arm up. Exhale, reach it back. So we got a little bit of a balancing act going on. Can you keep the right toes towards the ceiling? If this is too much through the right arm and right shoulder, you can bring the right fingertips down to the floor. One more breath. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, they come to the inside of the right foot, and then we try and draw those right toes up a little bit more. Maybe your nose comes down to your right knee. One more. And bend and release. Just extend that right leg out in front. Now you can draw the left heel in a little bit closer, and then that left arm comes on the inside of the left knee, and you hinge down. See what you can hold onto your right leg, but keep that left knee up towards your left shoulder. Keep those two in contact. Keep those two relating. And we hinge down over the right leg. There might not be a huge range of movement for you, but can you breathe in this? Can you find acceptance? Can you let go? I mean, there's always a little something to do in every form. They can, all these forms instruct us so much. They tell us so much, don't they? One more breath. And release. So we'll extend the left leg long. Right knee is bent, just ever so slightly. Then we'll draw that left knee up, bring the hands to the bottom of the left foot, and we straighten the left leg. So if access to the sole of the foot makes you really contorted, just hold on to the ankle, even to the knee or the back of the thigh, whatever you need to do to keep that left leg lengthened. And drop back in. And then we'll take the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, left hand reaches back. So can you keep those left toes up towards the ceiling? That left hip so wants to twist. Mine does. Left fingertips reaching back is too much. Bring them down to the floor. Much more reasonable. One more breath. Inhale, left fingertips up. Exhale, they come to the inside of the left foot, and we draw that left knee up, 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 or not. Maybe the nose comes to the left knee, or not. One more. And then we bend the left knee, left leg comes down to the floor. We draw that right heel up close towards the buttocks. Right arm to the inside of the left leg, and we hinge down over the left leg. Keeping that right knee connecting to the right shoulder or the right side. Find your breath. Find your smile. Find forgiveness. Ease. Every moment we can find these things. But so often we're really distracted. One more breath. And release. We'll straighten both legs out in front. Sit yourself up nice and tall. And then hinge forward. Find your edge of your hinge, and then let the head be heavy and the spine softens. Relax through the legs. And breathe into your low back, or wherever the breath reveals restriction, unavailability. Feel that lengthening happening through the backs of the legs, opening the kidney bladder lines. One more breath. And then roll yourself up. A cheek at a time, we walk forward. Bending the knees, coming to the top of the mat, look back, nothing's on your mat, and you roll yourself back down really slowly, nice control, laying the spine down onto a beautiful field of grass. Draw the thighs up towards the front body. Draw them in so deeply that the back of the pelvis lifts off the floor. Stay long through the sides of the neck, chin gently drops towards the earth. One more breath. So keep the back of the pelvis off the floor if that's available, but then we're going to let the knees open wide. Drawing the knees up towards the armpits. Stay long through the back of the neck. Breathe. Can you lengthen your tailbone back down towards the bottom of the mat? Really subtle lengthening, subtle movement. One more breath. And then release and let the back of the pelvis come down to the floor. Let the knees open wide and bring the backs of your forearms to the inside of your knees, just inviting the knees to open wider. Respecting, listening, knowing what's your edge and what's appropriate for you. Just inviting those knees to open even wider, breathing into the pelvis, into the groin. We hold a lot of stuff down there. Pelvis, everything lands there. One more breath. Hands come to the outside of the knees. Assist them in coming back together. Knees release, feet release down to the floor, a little wider than hip distance apart, arms tent away from the body, and let the knees rock side to side. Just let it all go. Head's going to move opposite the knees. If there's any other way you would like to move that would feel good. One more time to each side. And then coming back to center, you can extend one leg long down to the floor, then the other. Let everything go and fall in. Fall into the wisdom of your yin nature, your back body, your creative nature. Regardless of what our genitalia is, we each have that masculine, feminine alive within us. And we just take a moment to pause in our very masculine way of being, doing, and we fall into our being nature. Awareness. Wisdom. Dark and moist. Relax through the face. And relish this pause. Relish this medicine. And rest well. Feeling the sweetness of your Shavasana. And can you access and feel that connection to me and to the others that you have practiced with this morning? Can you access and be present to the space within your home or the space that you find outside? Can you feel your connection to the sky and to the earth, to the oceans and the mountains? And we feel ourselves dissolving out of this illusion of separation into the truth of unity and oneness. Every time your heart is loved, a part of the world is healed. Every time you honor another, a part of you is set free. This is the way of oneness. Can you love your heart? And in so doing, allow an aspect within the world to be healed. You to be healed. You are the world. Your mind won't really be able to conceive of this, but there is a resonance of truth within you, and you can feel it. You can access it. Allowing movement to return, the breath, fingers and toes, hands and feet, moving in your way and in your time, making a very intentional and deliberate transition from supine into seated. Resting in, relishing this expanded space that you have revealed within yourself. Knowing you're right where you're meant to be, just as you are, doing exactly what you're doing. Drawing the hands together in Anjali Mudra, let the thumbs rest to the center of your chest, your heart space. And join me as we bow the head, surrendering the mind. How might your mind be of service to your soul and its purpose? The reason that you came to be in this earth experience at this time, my friends, it is such a privilege. Such a privilege. What is mine to do? Letting the thumbs come to the brow. The truth in me beholds the truth in you. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May peace begin with me, and may it begin with you. Namaste. We bow to the wisdom within us. We bow to the earth of which we are, and we bring ourselves up. And we give thanks. We give thanks for this practice, for this breath, for this moment, for one another, and for all that is. And so it is. Have a glorious day. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Sunday, this glorious summer day. I hope that your practice serves you well as you go into your day and into the world, and share it generously. Namaste, everybody you see. You don't have to do this. In your heart, the light in me beholds the light in you.